Welcome to new video, my friends. On a day when I can come like this, energetic, even on a rainy day, put few things together of the finer moments and days of my life, as I call them. Because to be realistic, life is up and down, roller coaster ride, as my mom says. But when I do get those moments, when I can, and I do get myself in that present moment of everything that's around me, and I have a chance to inhale it in, experience it, I really do my best. And then I'll take the pictures and I share it here with you. And here I go, making some hot dogs, a Slovak way. A Slovak way, on a stick over the fire, just like we used to make as a kids. Well, reliving my childhood again. Welcome to new video, my friends, from the lakeside on a nice Saturday summer day. And you drip some of those oils, a grease from hot dogs, right on your toes, on a piece of bread, so it will give it nice flavor. Sort of like that. Almost done. Almost done. Let me flip the toast. There we go. Have you noticed, can I call it trend or a certain scheme of everything I do, whether it is going by the stream, lake, in a forest? Any kind of activity when I am out there that brings smiles on my face, it's always tied to the early years of my life, the childhood. Each time, even when I step in a forest and I take that first breath, it's like I'm being transported back across the ocean. And I try to match the experience with something I lived through before. This phenomenon, sometimes when I stop and think about it, I ask myself, do other people go through life with the same feelings? Why do I always tend to fall back on those years and years before? And even though I create new memories, there is always some connection to something I lived through before. Well, the answer could be it is the old age, most likely, or just being an immigrant. And now I remember all the stories of people who, once they reach a certain age, immigrants, they start returning back to their homelands. But I can share one thing with you. When I go home to my Slovakia, to place where I long for so many times, I'm only a visitor there. And the time comes where I start feeling that I miss my life with the routines and people in it, with my things. After all, we all create a home for ourselves, a nest. But when I am here, the separation of the soul and spirit, it's so real. And there is always that pull and shift. And many times I just ask, where is really my home? Where do I belong? I have become a combination when it comes to my personality, the way I am, how I feel, how I act, how I understand life and things in my heart. A combination of both. The Jana, how she was shaped up back in Czechoslovakia by my parents, by school system, society. After all, it was such a different system. But I was young when I left. I was in my 20s, with a sense of adventure, trying to find my place, trying to live my life a little bit more my way. You know, sometimes I feel that this human existence of ours, it's slightly overrated, that some expect too much out of it. It is a number of years we each get here, and we get some path, some road to take with it. And then we walk on it and we make our turns. And one day, when a person comes to the end of that road, that path, the optimal, the perfect scenario would be that a person could say, I have lived this life my way, the way I want it. And when I think in these terms and I look at my years, I can say I have done and I have lived it the way that I wanted to try. And I wanted to feel free and experience that power of being your own person, creator. Because I think that's how I lived. Well, I got a little too philosophic here on this rainy day. I'll say goodbye and I see you in the next video, my friends.